the Stanford and Colorado State game. You got Stanford coming in 1-4, and you got Colorado coming in 4-2. So you have 11.5 point spread tonight and an over under of 59.5 in this game as well too. You know Stanford is been struggling. They've been struggling mightily as well too. Stanford's one win came against Hawaii opening day. Okay. And then their other games have just been a watch. They got absolutely crushed by USC in their first Pac-12 game of the season. Then they got beat by Sacramento State of all teams, losing by 7, but they do have Sacramento State's former coach as their head coach now. And then you have Arizona. This was a game they should have won. They wound up losing that game by a point. And then they played Oregon at home last week as well too. They wound up losing that game 42-6. So they've lost 3 home games in a row after starting their first 2 games on the road. And you know, they got a bye week last week. So that means that you learn some new things, okay? That means that, you know, you throw out all the stuff that don't work and you add in all the stuff that does work. And, you know, Stanford should be a new team this week going against Colorado. Colorado, they have Travis Hunter returning tonight. That should be huge for this team. I know that they're excited about that. Shedeur Sanders has been absolutely incredible against lower run competition, but he's still doing a great job against those guys as well too. And they got a good comeback win last week against Arizona State, a team that, you know, I had beating them. So pretty much, you know, Colorado is coming back with a vengeance right now. They won their first 3 games of the season. Then they came back 2 weeks in a row, got absolutely cooked, even though the USC game, they were able to get within 7 late. But this team has to figure out a way to not give up 40 points. They've given up 40 points in 3 out of their 5 games this year, okay? And then in another game, they gave up 35. So this team, you know, when it comes to defense, they're not that good. And Stanford, on the other hand, they haven't been good offensively, but you know what? Arizona State's not that good offensively either, and they were able to score 24 points. Also, Colorado State's not the best offense either. They were able to score 35 points. So that just goes to show me if Stanford can play with the discipline that they've had over the last 20 years, Colorado might be in a little trouble here because they don't expect anything from Stanford, okay? But at the end of the day, it's still Pac-12 football. And I truly do feel that Stanford is going to want to get right in this game. They're going to treat this game as their Super Bowl because, believe it or not, it's a winnable game because Colorado is playing on a high. They don't really have the talent to keep up with the big boys like that. But Stanford's not a big boy. But Stanford's the type of team that can have their best night of the season tonight if they want to, because they see who's on the other side. They know that this is a big moment for them. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out. But I do like Stanford with the plus 11. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves another quick final break. And when we get back, it is time for Talking Tickets. So you guys stay tuned. This is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper.
Now you and your friends can compete in the sport of kings and win big with Stable Duel. Get the app, pick your horses, and get in on the thrill of horse racing with daily games competing against other players. Bring home the glory and the cash, and move up the annual leaderboard while you leave your competition in the dust. Get in the game with Stable Duel. Play, race, win.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners and I'll Have Another and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club